Hello, today we're going to walk through getting the Outlook Contacts and Calendar add-in enabled for your Pipeline account. So if this is the first time this is being set up for your Pipeline account, you will need to be an admin in Pipeline as well as on the Microsoft account itself. If you have already had this set up for your account, you'll just need, if you're not an admin in Pipeline, you'll need for an admin in Pipeline to go ahead and go through to the Outlook integration within the App Store. So over here on the left, and they'll need to check off the permission for you to enable the Outlook add-in. So we're going to locate the user. We've got the box checked. And then we also recommend up here at the top of this, as well as within your profile under the Microsoft integration option on the left, there is a link to documentation on instructions for setting up this connection. We strongly recommend that you do go through those instructions. You also go through and understand the expected behavior of this integration, just because there are some pieces that if you do not pay attention to when setting this up, then you will not probably be able to successfully make the connection. But hopefully we can go through in this video and make it simpler. So now that we have the box checked off, we can go ahead and go to Outlook. So we're here in Outlook. We're going to click on the three dots up here to the right of the report option and get add-ins. I'm going to search for Pipeline. And it's this top one, Pipeline Deals for Outlook. We're going to click on the Add option. If for some reason you do not see the Add option, it is possible that there are some restrictions on your Microsoft account that are preventing that option from being shown for you. And in that case, you'll need to talk to your admin on the Microsoft account in order to get those properly configured. So we're going to go back, and we now have our Pipeline add-in. So we are going to click on the three dots again, and you'll see it's here at the top, Pipeline Deals for Outlook. We'll click on that, and then it is going to ask us for our Pipeline account credentials. So I'm going to put in my username, and my password. This is my Pipeline password again. All right, and then we've successfully signed in on the Pipeline side, but in order to establish the permissions between the two products, we'll need to click here to sign in with our Microsoft account. One thing to note here is that it is important that you are not signed in to either multiple or another instance of Microsoft other than the one that you're trying to connect with here, or else you will not see the option to enable the right permissions for the connection that are necessary to make sure that it operates. So we'll go ahead and click here, and we're going to be taken to Microsoft. And so here, this is the correct email address. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then it is going to ask for my Microsoft account password. And then you'll see it's asking me for some permissions here, and these are just the necessary permissions for the add-in to operate and to share information with Pipeline, and to have Pipeline share the information with Microsoft. So we're going to click on Accept. This is really important. It will not be successful if we do not. And then we'll get a success screen, and this means that the integration has been successfully connected. So your Pipeline account and your Outlook account will now be talking to each other. So we're going to go back to Outlook now, and another piece of what we need to make this successful is to create a category for those items to sync between the two products. You'll also notice that another functionality of this add-in is that you're able to sync your emails over to Pipeline. This is not going to be the same as the email sync. This will be a very manual, you're clicking on this save button in order to have this find its way to your Pipeline account. So a little different than the email sync, but it is also something that's possible here in the integration. So in order to create the category, I'm going to go over to the People section. And we have this option at the top, Categorize, and you've got the option to Manage Categories. So we are going to create a new category. We're going to call it Pipeline, which is what needs to happen. It needs to have a capital P there. And this is also something that's covered in those instructions that can be found in our Help Center. So we can give it whatever color we'd like to do. And so now that we have this category created, when the cycle goes through for the sync, it's going to start syncing over your contacts from your Pipeline account here over to your Outlook account because that category has been added. And then if you have any contacts in Outlook that you would like to have sync over to your Pipeline account, you're also able to add the category to these and they'll find their way from Outlook over to Pipeline. It's important that you save your changes. And this will also be how the calendar items operate as well. So we're not going to sit on the video until it's done, but in the next 10 to 15 minutes, your supported task and events from Pipeline should start to populate here in your Outlook. The events will populate here to your calendar, and the tasks can be found in the task section of Outlook. And then the contacts will also start to populate here on Outlook from Pipeline, and anything that you've categorized as Pipeline on the Outlook side should find its way to your Pipeline account. And then that sync will continue to run and it'll look for differences over time. I think the cycle is about 15 minutes. I hope that this was helpful, and let us know if we can help you by reaching out to support either by chat from within the UI or to customer support at pipelinecrm.com. Thank you.